Yo, I'm calling bullshit. According to Jake Fischer, the Celtics might have to attach draft picks to move on from Jrue Holiday if they decide to trade him. One of the best defensive guards in the NBA, one of the best two-way guards in the NBA, and you need to pay someone to take him away from you. Nah, I'm not having none of that. My name's Adam Taylor. You can find me over at SB Nation, USA Today, and most importantly, the Celtics Chronicle newsletter. Make sure you subscribe. The link will be in the comments as a pinned comment. I'm joined by my homie, compadre, co-host in crime, Mr. Billy Calabrese. What's popping, Billy?
What's going on?
Yeah, I'm not having it, dude. There is no world in which I am willing to attach a draft pick onto Jrue Holiday to move on from him in a trade. No, I'm sorry. I get that he's 34. I get that he had a few injuries this year, but he was still one of the Celtics' best players in the playoffs, and he's still got 3 years on his contract, so he's under cost controlled. Like, you know how much he's going to cost you for the next few years. I also get that he's going to decline over the course of this deal. That's fine. But no way in time do I think you should be like, here's one of our top 4 guys from the postseason in terms of production. A guy that's been a missing piece on 2 championship teams over the last few years, Milwaukee and then Boston. And we're going to pay you to have him. We're going to give you something to have a guy that could swing a championship run for your team. Are you fucking serious? No, I'm not doing it. Billy, what's your take on this, bro?
This is the perfect early summer kind of report, and nothing against Jake. I love Jake's reporting, and I do believe it's true, but we haven't had the draft yet. We haven't had free agency. All these other teams, these 29 other teams, are arrogant. They think they can get, ball handlers that can defend at a high level just growing on trees. Now, that's not going to last forever. There's going to be people that miss out in free agency, people that miss out in the draft on the guys they wanted. And this is honestly why I had Jrue third on our last video of likely guys to get traded, because I don't think Jrue is a summer move piece. You move him at the trade deadline when somebody blew out their ACL or MCL and you need a ball handler to enter the playoffs. That's the kind of team that's going to trade for Jrue. Every team thinks that they can win the championship in the summer. Like, they think, oh man, look what we're building. We're going to have a chance this year. We're going to be good. Yeah, none of those teams are going to buy on Jrue now, but when they get desperate, that's when Brad's phone's going to be ringing. And I'll guarantee you another thing. Brad isn't going to attach a pick to get rid of a guy. Not like what Memphis did with Marcus Smart. They had to pay Washington to take him. That's not going to happen with Jrue Holiday.
Nah, I don't see it either. I think a mid-season trade is most likely, especially when you look at the different pieces that you could get coming back, and you always trade a guy when he's at his most valuable. And as you say, if a team needs a guard, then that's when he's at his most valuable. I'm just going to read out Jake's reporting verbatim, just in one section. I'm not reading the whole paragraph. It's also going to be on the screen. So if any of you are like, I don't want to hear Adam's voice right now, you can hit mute and then you can read it yourself. But multiple rival executives have passed along that for all of Holiday's unquestioned championship know-how after contributing to title teams in Milwaukee and Boston, could have done with an extra comma in there somewhere. Some form of incentive, such as draft compensation, might have to be attached to Holiday's contract by the Celtics to convince someone to absorb the $104 million remaining on the 34-year-old deal over the next 3 seasons. No. There's other guys. If Holiday is the guy that you need to move on from, cool. Wait until the trade deadline, do what you need to do. Or just be a little bit more stern and we're not giving you shit. Like, we'll take someone back that's younger, that's a project that really hasn't worked for your team. Might even just do a salary dump for a second round pick, but you're not getting another asset. Jrue Holiday is the asset. And if there's no takers there, you've got Kristaps Porzingis, you've got Sam Hauser. We can go down a list of guys, which we did on yesterday's video. Again, the link will be in the description and it will be on the end screen if you want to go back and watch that, where we listed multiple guys that the Celtics could trade. Holiday is a trade candidate. He's not the only trade candidate. And in my opinion, as old as he's getting and as expensive as he's getting, you don't attach an asset to a guy that could swing a championship for another team. I'm not on that, especially when he could be the type of guy to really help develop JD Davison next season, who's a young guy that's just signed on after a G League MVP this year. JD Davison could learn from Jrue. I think there's ways in which you can maximize Jrue's leadership, especially as we don't know what's going on with Al Horford yet. You still need a locker room vet. So no, I'm not on it. I'm not on it at all. Billy, any more thoughts before I let everybody get out of here?
Yeah, there's just no time limit. Like, there's no fire sale going on where, like, oh, Brad has to do this over the summer. If you know what, there's nobody out there that wants to buy Jrue this summer, fine by us. Guess what? We'll keep Jrue Holiday. That's a good option to have. Just keeping Jrue Holiday. And then you make other moves and you make other trades. But the thing that Brad has that nobody is understanding is he has time. He's under no pressure to do this all this summer. He has this summer. He has the trade deadline. He has next year's draft. He has plenty of time to get under this apron. And you know what? When he does, you might want a Jrue Holiday contract to throw in there to aggregate some salaries. So it might be more beneficial to just keep Jrue.
With that said, I want to hear what your thoughts are. Do you think the Celtics should attach a pick to Jrue Holiday and move on from him? Should they keep him? Should they try and flip him, as Billy said, as like a piece in a bigger deal? Maybe the Celtics use Holiday's contract to help facilitate a move for a star and get back some young guys in return. What do you think? Let us know in the comments section. Again, make sure you're subscribing to the channel, showing some love over here, showing some love to the Celtics Chronicle newsletter. And if you're a movie buff, show some love to Billy over on Letterboxd. Billy, where can they find you?
CBO 041. Hit it up. We got a lot of reviews this week.
Deuces.